Big Dallin Harley, number 34. We are ready for tip-off here. High school basketball here on S-Fan. We remind you that our sponsor tonight is Zions Bank. Zions Bank is celebrating 130 years of creating value for our communities. We are proud of our strength and legacy. Member FDIC. 130 years, that's your father, your grandfather, your great-father and beyond's bank. Pretty impressive. Stadium getting loud as tip is controlled by AF to Spencer Johnson. Johnson will run point on this opening series. Dribbling at the top of the 3-point line, takes a pick to the right elbow. Finds Bailey at the top of the key. Bailey driving, his low 18 jumper, good! Brendan Bailey taking the jumper, his favorite shot. Puts the Caveman up 2 for the first points of the game. That's exactly what Arizona State loves to see on tape. That last out of the mid-range jumper. Over to the Vikings now. Riley Kurt, the dynamic playmaker, dribbles down, gives it off. Braden Railman at the top, takes it in. Back to Kurt. Kurt was looking for the basket, driving on Bailey. Spin move, shot off the mark. Rebound controlled by Tyler Budd. Back to Kurt, who loses the hander. Caveman ball. Secondi controlling point to Johnson for 3. Nothing but net. Spencer Johnson. We mentioned last game was only his second game of the year in which he was held without a 3. He quickly corrects that here. He's got 3 points in the early going. And all the way to the backside, fouled. Dallin Harley will get 2 shots. I believe that foul is going to go against Riley. Vikings will be in trouble if he gets an early foul trouble. The first free throw by Harley is up and good. Cavemen have been one of the best free throw shooting teams this year. Correction on the foul, that was Tyler Bart. Tyler Bart picking up his first foul. The big center for Pleasant Grove. Bart stands at 6'6", an impressive 235 pounds. Vikings are going to need him to contain Dallin Harley, who's been on a tear of late. We'll wait to see what is being sorted out here by the referees. Referees are at the scores table. Probably trying to determine just exactly who that foul was on. Play halted here with 6:30 left in the first quarter. Caveman leading in 5-0. Excuse me, 6-0 after the Harley free throw. Again, both these teams are looking to challenge for the region title. It's a technical foul. So three shots here for Harley, and he misses it. He has one more. Doesn't seem to know that. Okay, so that was Harley's second from the foul. Now Spencer Johnson will take the technical free throws. Johnson spent enough time on that free throw line this year that he might as well build a house, start a family. One of the best players at getting to the line, and one of the best shooters at the line as he makes the first of 2. Still, so from up here, can't really tell who that technical foul is on. If we do get word, we'll let you know. The second free throw is out, an unusual miss for the dynamic junior. And the Cavemen have a 7-0 lead and the ball. All year long, AF has been good at jumping out to early first quarter leads. The season opener, they led 21-1. Last night against Lehigh, they led by as much as 15 points before finishing off a nearly 20-point victory. Final score in that one was 80-64. Brendan Bailey to inbound for the Cavemen. Out to Condi. Behind the midcourt stripe. Condi in, working on number 15. That's Braden Willman. Johnson now of the bar, the top of the key. Guarded by the Vikings. Number 30, Brody Childs. Shot missed. Riley Kurt getting the rebound, showing that he can do more than just get baskets. Vikings quickly in transition. Shot up, blocked. Blocked by Hurley. Rebound to Bart, and Bart will get 2 shots. Brody Childs of the Vikings getting his shot swatted. 2 shots for Bart. First is up and in, and that puts the Vikings on the scoreboard. Here with 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Second shot is off the front of the rim, but controlled by the Vikings. Here's Riley for 3 off the mark. All the way to the other end now. AF sets up the offense. Spencer in transition. Fouled. It's a non-shooting foul. Brendan Bailey will inbound under the AF basket. Right in front of the PG student section. Outlet to Hurley, bit beyond 3-point range. Into Polton. Polton goes up, loses the handle, gets it back and scores. Nice defense there, but heads up play. Cameron Polton, 2 points for the Cavemen. Now facing a huge deficit, Vikings looking to sub their offense. High post play, back to Riley. Riley to the corner, passing open 3 and driving. That was Brody Childs. Ball goes out of bounds. And referee is signaling that it'll stay with the Vikings. So AF out to a hurt shooting beginning, getting it from the key guys. 4 players now in scoring. 4 out of the 5 starters for the Cavemen. Only the point guard, Condi, yet to get points. And he has defense here on number 15, Braden Willman. Willman out to Childs. Childs at the elbow, looking to set the play. He has Bart down low, but won't go to him. Instead back to Willman, out to Riley. Riley driving on Bailey. Bailey has about a 3-inch advantage on Riley Kurt. We'll see how that affects his game as the night goes on. Pass into Bart, and there's a foul. Coach Meekum does not like that call. This foul is going to go against Condi. First foul on Condi, second foul on the Cavemen. Vikings to inbound. Pass out to Keegan Kern, who loses it. Controlled by Harley into Johnson for the easy 2. And then down at the other end, a turnover.
30-second timeout.
Timeout Vikings. 30-second timeout. Spencer Johnson already coming off his career high 28 points. Has 6 here in the early going. Zions Bank. Amazing reward card is one of a kind, since it allows you to redeem reward points for any purchase, whether that's merchandise, travel, or even medical expenses. There's no annual fee, and points never expire. Talk to us in any one of our more than 20 locations in Utah, Salt Lake, and Wasatch counties to learn more. Credit approval required. Member FDIC. Braden Willman controlling point into Bart, out to Riley. Riley dribbling, looking for something. Triple teamed there for a moment. Unable to find an open man. Here's the 3-point shot off the mark. So Riley having trouble with the link of the Caveman defense thus far here in the early going. And across the other end, shot made. Here comes Condi quickly. Shot, by the way, missed by the Vikings there at the other end. And wow, what about that ball movement? Assist will go to Cameron Porton. Points will go to Dallin Harley. It's a 15-1 ball game. Vikings need to get some offense, and that's not going to help. Steal by Bailey. Bailey for one-on-one, loses the hander. It's off his leg, out of bounds. So some sloppy ball control there by the junior. After initially good defensive play. Some substitutions coming in for the Vikings. It's 42, Matt McCurdy. And 21, Quinn Daly. Excuse me, 20, Daniel Dio. Riley taking point for the Vikings. Still unable to get points. 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter of play. Driving and shot off the mark from Hayden Wall. All the way. This is Benji Judd into the game for the Cavemen. Pass to Bailey, loses the hander, able to get it back. And to Johnson to set up the offense for AF. Benji Judd with 1 point. Judd coming off a nice game against the Pioneers. A pass first guy. Both of AF's point guards are pass first, but Judd had himself about 6 or 8 points last game. Bailey at the baseline loses it. Vikings quickly to the other end. Up and up. Shot miss. Fouled. Blocking foul on Judd. So the basket is closed for the Vikings. About as close as it was for Tony Allen last night in the NBA. Either way, though, to be free throws. Hayden Wall at the line. Vikings down 15-1 in the early going, and it's not going to change. First free throw missed. He'll have a chance for one more. Only point so far for the Vikings coming from Tyler Bart from the charity strike. Bart is currently on the bench. And it's 1 for 2 for Hayden Wall. Trouble inbounding, but now breaking free. Here's Judd up. Misses the extra. And who else? Spencer Johnson with the rebound and the putback. Spencer Johnson making the case certainly to be our region first team, if not 5A first team. Found the other end. By my count, Johnson already has 8 points. Good enough for 400% more points than the entire Viking team. First free throw is good by Hayden Wall. Hayden Wall now 2 for 3. And 3 for 4. Substitution now for shooter. Number 10 for the Vikings, Braxton Leatham checking into the game. Vikings don't have really a whole lot of exceptional scoring threats outside of Riley Kurt. And yet all the players seem to get a few baskets every game. No player averaging double figures except Riley. Spencer Johnson trying to create a shot. It's not there. Over to Judd. Judd driving baseline. Loses the hander. And it's going to be Vikings ball. Vikings may have got away with a blocking foul there as Judd dribbles out of bounds. Now down 13. Riley Kurt running point. Still a 0 in the scoreboard for Riley. Pass, 3-point shot is off the mark, air ball. Rebound controlled by the Vikings and up and in. So the Vikings' first field goal of the game comes about the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. They're down 11 here in the early going. American Ferg looking to add to it. It's got Dallin Harley. His pass intercepted. Good defense there by Riley Kurt. All the way to the other end. 3-pointer up and good. That's enough for Coach Meekham to call a timeout. So Riley Kurt gets his first points of the game, cuts the lead to single digits here on the campus of American Ferg. Zions Bank is ready to help you achieve your goal as a small business owner. We're proud to be the top lender of U.S. Small Business Administration 7A loans in Utah for the past 20 consecutive years. Member FDIC, credit approval required. Zions Bank, we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. So about 100 seconds left here in quarter number 1 from AF. The hard-shooting Cavemen jump out to an early lead behind Spencer Johnson's 8 points. Bailey, Hurley, and Poulton also getting in on the scoring for AF. Unfortunately, on the other side for the Vikings, shooting has been ice cold. Riley Kurt's 3-point field goal is their first field goal of the game. We'll see if that brings them back into the game. Excuse me, second field goal of the game. Bailey, the turnaround jumper off the mark. Not enough oomph on that shot. And quickly down, it'll be a foul against the Cavemen. It's going to be on Benji Judd. It's already the second foul on Judd. First team foul against the Cavemen. That'll bring Judd back to the bench and bring Condi back into the action. Non-shooting foul. 5 team fouls on the Cavemen to 3 on the Vikings. Here's Riley. Bailey working on Riley. That's going to be his defensive assignment for the whole game, you would think. And a good entry pass, but good defense there by Braden Harris to break things up. And it's a jump ball. First jump ball of the game. Possession will go to the Vikings. Minute and 4 seconds left here in quarter number 1. And the alley-oop on the inbound play is good for 2. That's Matt McCurdy getting 2 points.